Namaste, 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 and welcome everybody. Happy Thursday. Woo! Hope you're doing great. I am doing great. And today the topic is 4 ways to stop procrastination. So, the first question I have for you guys: do you identify yourself by being a procrastinator? Is that the label that you have been giving yourself? Yes or no? And secondly, are you dealing with someone in your environment who you gave them a label of being a procrastinator? Welcome, everybody. Today, I'm going to make this live to be something that you guys can gain a lot of value. By the way, live on YouTube and also on Instagram. So, yes, what? Yes, meaning you have given yourself the label that I am a procrastinator. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a lot of value on this live, but this is a two-part commitment. Number one, part one is for me to deliver what I promise you to do, to give you the knowledge that you need to stop the procrastination. Number two, and the most important part, is you, that you are committed. I always been saying this, that knowledge is a small part, guys. Knowledge is a tiny part that we need in order to change our lives or better our lives or do whatever with that knowledge. But the biggest part is literally what you do with the knowledge. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what course you take, how educated you are, how many books you read, blah, blah, blah. If you guys are not using the knowledge that you have received or you gain, if you don't use it daily, is worthless. Do we agree? Yes or no? So let me pin this, that we are also on YouTube. Okay. So are you guys ready? The first question before I even get started is, are you committed? Write in the comments for me. Are you committed that after you get the knowledge, you're going to use it and you're going to use it daily? Yes or no? Just say you are committed or you are not. Say yes for yes, I am committed, and no, but I'm not sure. Let me first see what I'm going to get. Okay, great. Yes, 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 yes. Good. Okay. So let's come to the topic: procrastination. Whether you identify with it or someone in around you, you identify, and you probably having a lot of hard time because you are saying they are procrastinator and that's ruining my life, my relationships, whatever it is. The first step is that you, if this is you, you are not the procrastinator. You have built up the habit of procrastination. So, first part, I am not a procrastinator. I have built up the habit of procrastination. It is very important, guys. Why I'm putting so much emphasis on this is because if I'm saying I am something lazy or whatever, I put that, I made it my own. And as long as we're making something our own, it's hard to separate ourselves from it. Okay, so this is a habit. Now let's look deeper into this habit. Where does any habit, not just procrastination, where does any habit starts? How do we create habits? So this is the part that I really want you guys now to be focused and stay with me. True or false that everything in our reality is created by the mind ego? Yes or no? Where is our realities taking place? Where is the matrix taking place? Is our reality real? Do we agree that everything that we see in our outer world or in our lives at some time and point has been scripted, written, the movies being created by the mind and ego, right? Do we agree? I guess you say yes, 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 yes. Okay, so if the movie or the script is being created in the mind and ego, are you the mind and ego, yes or no? Anything in our lives, whether we like it or we don't like it, is the creation of the mind and ego, right? So going back to how powerful this device that we call the mind, it's so powerful. So if everything is created in the mind, therefore anything that your mind start, when you and I listen to the daily conversations of the mind, as we know it as thoughts. When the mind creates thoughts, which we already know every single day, 75 to 95,000 thoughts are being created only daily. So from the minute that you wake up, if you're listening to the thinking machine, the mind that's constantly producing thoughts, this is a factory that creates thoughts. If you listen to the thoughts day after day after day, eventually there is a translation of those thoughts. The thoughts are saying what? I am lazy, or I don't have the motivation, I'm not lovable, whatever the mind is saying. If you listen to the thinking machine and the thoughts every single day, eventually, because you are seeing yourself as the mind, eventually you accept that. And by repeated thoughts day after day, and I listen to those thoughts every single day, it becomes a belief. Once it becomes a belief, now let's look at what are beliefs. Beliefs are thoughts that has been repeated every single day, and eventually I accepted, I made it mine, I made it my own, I made it my own. It becomes a belief. So the energy of belief is much denser. It's a denser energy that now I think it is impossible to break up this dense energy. Therefore, at some point, you and I give up and we start living those beliefs, right? Okay. So, if you're saying that if your mind and ego has been telling you that you are a procrastinator, step number one is to come to an understanding. We can always question the mind. Is this true? Start questioning the mind. Is it true that I'm a procrastinator? And if you make the thought wrong, or if you don't budge into it, or if you don't accept it, now the first step, you're separated from that belief. The second step, after you separate yourself, now you're going to tell yourself that I'm committed to be aware of the labels that my ego mind has been sticking to me, to my physical body, all this time. So, right now, I would like you guys to tell me, what are the stickers? Write down in the comments for me. What are the stickers that your ego mind has been sticking to your physical and your emotional body? Are you smart? Are you dumb? Are you sharp? Are you slow? Are you fast? Are you a procrastinator? Are you brave? What are the stickers? We're looking for the labels that all these years the ego mind has been sticking to us. So you need, step number 2 is you need to remove all the stickers. And you might say, oops, this is hard. But who is the one who's also telling you? Who is the one? You are not that lucky. Okay, thanks, Afruz. Who is the one who is telling you that removing the stickers are hard? Isn't that also the ego mind? The ego mind that is in the first place has created those patterns and kept running those patterns day after day, repeated thoughts, and then it turned it into a belief, and then stick that sticker on you. So now that you're aware that everything that you believe or think about yourself, it's not the real you, it's the self false, is not your authentic self, then you have to remove it. So when your mind is telling you this is hard to remove, question the mind, understand that this is the mind, it's not you, and stop listening and say, no, I can remove it. So at this moment, I would like you guys to start identifying the stickers, the labels. Number 2, in your mind's eyes, start removing them. Your mind eyes, start removing them. Laziness. Am I lazy? Who is telling me that I'm lazy? That is not true. The laziness has been created by the thinking machine. Therefore, from this moment on, I'm going to be aware, and in my awareness, there is a light that's shining through here, and I can easily remove the sticker of laziness. In your mind eyes, imagine that your higher self, which is the whole knowing, is the whole light and love, is projecting all the love into this sticker or label laziness. And in your mind's eyes, imagine that as soon as your higher self, the higher consciousness, is shining this light through this, whatever it is just the energy start loosening up and everything will dissipate. right? Okay, so this is your responsibility now to start identifying the labels. And then the next step is to remove them. But in order for you guys, let's say that we start identifying what are the labels. You're unlovable. You never count to anything. You're not smart. Whatever the label is, once you identify them and then you start removing them, this is very important, guys, that from this moment on, you would not allow another label or sticker from the ego mind to be placed or forced on your physical body. Now, the question will be, you should ask me, okay, Sudguru, now that you're telling me this, what do I need to keep this physical body not to have another label? And the answer to that is, guys, that you have to be not stickable. Your physical body has to have the quality of not stickness. So what do we have, guys? What is it? What object? What material? What do we have that nothing stick to it? That whatever comes, you're trying to put a label and the label doesn't stick. It just goes down. Break the pattern. Yes, absolutely. But my question for you guys is right now, what object or material you cannot stick a label or anything on it, doesn't have the quality of stickness? What is it? Okay, what is it, guys? Let me ask you a question. If you have a bottle and the surface of the bottle has some oil on it, the surface of the bottle, very good, has oil on it, would you be able to put a sticker on it? Water, good, yes. Water, oil. With water, we might be still able, but if the surface is oily, stay with me, geniuses. If the surface is oily, doesn't matter how much you try to put a sticker on it, it's just going to slip, right? Okay, so what is my point? My point right now is your personality, your physical body has to be non-stickable. Did you all get it? Okay. So the next question is, how do I do that? How can I have my physical body non-stickable? Again, let's go back to the basic of my teaching. Caught, thought, cut, silent. What is thought, cut, silent? The practice of thought, cut, silent is the mind, the thinking machine, start by whatever your name is. Jackie. The minute you hear that the mind is starting the conversation, first word, Jackie, your mind wants to get your attention. Jackie, you have a magical golden scissor in your mind, and you cut after the very first word. You cut it right there. What remains if every time your mind starts a conversation, from the first word. You cut it right there. What remains after that? Nothing. Nothing remains after that. So you come to the millisecond of silence until the mind starts the next conversation. So if you really want to be successful, my angels, if you really want to be successful, you have to understand the importance of this exercise. Because if we're constantly doing this exercise, the mind said lazy, boom. The mind said yesterday, boom. The mind said, you know, boom. You keep cutting. So what I want you guys to do from this moment on, tell me if you're committed to do this practice with me. For the next month, I want you guys to, whatever your profession, whatever job or work or whatever you're doing, for the next month, I would like you to become a gardener. What do I mean by becoming a gardener? I mean that you don't put down this magical golden scissor. This golden scissor is constantly in your hand. And you, as a gardener, is walking through this gorgeous, beautiful garden that is full up with flowers. White roses, red roses, pink roses, lilac, and whatever. Different plants, magnificent stuff. Your job for the next month is you just gonna cut. Imagine yourself, you walking through this gorgeous, beautiful garden, and whatever comes in front of you, you just gonna cut it. You're not gonna get to the point of judgment. Oh my God, but these red roses are so beautiful. Oh my God, should I just cut this? No, good, bad, good and bad, all comes from judgment, from you using the thinking machine. If you don't listen to the thinking machine, to the mind, and if you don't allow this machine to continue working, how would you know that this is a red rose and this red rose is beautiful? How do you know? You don't. That's only because you're listening to the thinking machine, right? So what I would like you guys to do is, for the next month, let this be the most important task in your life. This task, your commitment right now, that yes, I'm going to become this gardener and I'm just going to keep cutting whatever it comes to my surface, is going to be the most profound, the most fundamental task that you have ever done in your life. And trust me, if you do this, you're going to end up with a mind that is silence the majority of time. You are going to experience ecstasy. You are going to experience peace, joy, happiness. Is this worth it, guys? That for 1 month you become committed to cut everything. So now I want to ask you, geniuses, tell me yes, just write down yes or no. Yes, I'm committed, or no, I am not committed. This is the most important task that you ever will be doing. This is the biggest gift that you guys will get yourself. Nikki said yes. Hey, Nikki, love you, honey. Yes, yes, yes. Mahi, yes, yes. Welcome, Marzi. Lady Persia, yes. Okay. Wonderful, Payman. Sherry, good. Okay. So let's get back to our topics of the day. Are you a procrastinator? You might say, no, I'm not, because by now you guys have understood that you are not a procrastinator. You have listened to your mind, and by repeated thoughts, you think that you have started a habit of procrastination. Procrastination, what is behind it, guys? Because oftentimes the wrong translation is, oh, I am lazy. I don't feel like doing it. So let me tell you guys, you are never ever lazy. You have never been lazy. You have never been unmotivated. You have not been any of that. These are the labels that I'm telling you. If we're going to really look deep into procrastination, underneath it is a few things. I want you to remember this, guys. Number one is fear. Fear, fear, fear. Fear of what? Oftentimes, if I'm not doing something, it's because I'm fearful of the outcome. I'm fearful because what if it goes wrong? Do you say that? A lot of times we don't do things because we are afraid that what happens if I don't become successful? Then I'm going to have to hear everybody around me that I told you so, I told you you can't do it. I'm giving a confirmation to everyone else that I'm a loser, right? So oftentimes we don't do things because we are fearful of what the outcome is going to be. And oh my God, what the outcome is not success. I'm going to be have to hearing other people that have been putting me down all of my life. Now this is another confirmation, right? So this could be a reason. A lot of time you and I are procrastinating. Why? Because the task that we're doing is not something that we love. True or false? Sweetheart, yes. Can someone write down for this lovely AP Sahar if I have a Farsi live? Yes, darling, I do have a Farsi live. I'm going to send you there right now. Sudabe, Burnett, Farsi. Okay. Farsi. Okay. So let me ask you something, my love. If you love something to do, would you say, oh, I don't know, I'm going to do it later? Yes or no? If I really love to paint, I really love to paint. Would I say, I don't know, I'm going to delay it. Let me check my emails. Let me see what's happening on social media. Let me distract myself. No. When you really, truly love something, when you want to do something that is really matching, it's coming from your soul, it's coming from your heart and soul, it's coming from your authentic self, something that you love, you do not delay it because there is nothing, the social media, the Instagram, what's going on, the text, the email, it's not important anymore. because you love to do this. So oftentimes you and I are not doing things. Why? Because it's not what we love and adore. Okay, so let's not confuse this. What else is underneath procrastination? I said fear. The other part, I don't really love to do that thing, whatever it is that I'm doing. Number three, guys, lots of stress and anxiety. Stress and anxiety. Stress and anxiety is what's causing me not to do what I'm supposed to do, because I get so anxious and I get so stressed out. The feeling of anxiousness and stress out, that probably I'm going to feel it in my physical body. I'm going to feel it in my cells. All of these, it's so painful that I am going to delay whatever it is. And for the shortest time, I will get a little bit of a relief, not totally, not fully, but I am getting a little bit of relief right now at this moment, right? Number four, guys, procrastination, it's has to do everything with emotions. How do I feel? If if I know that I have a deadline in, let me ask you another question. I'm going to come back to the emotion. How often does this happen to you that it happened to me, guys? I wanted to do a TED talk, right? So I was excited about it at the beginning. Oh my God, yes, I want to be a speaker. I want to do this TED talk. And then I had a month. And then I kept on postponing it. Oh, now I have lives, and now I have to do this, and now I have sessions, and now I've got to do. Have you guys ever noticed that when you have to do something that you really, at the root cause of it, it is giving you anxiety or the emotion, especially because according to human design, my authority is I'm an emotional authority. So I'm going through a lot of emotions all day long. So have you noticed that when maybe it's not conscious, in a month, I need to do a TED talk. For this TED talk, I gotta have my thing together. Oh my God, what am I going to talk about? I know so much about everything. Just to choose the topic that what I'm going to talk about, it gives me a lot of confusion. That confusion is making me feel anxious. I cannot, as an emotional authority, I cannot go through these emotions. It's overwhelming. So what am I going to do? I'm not going to do it. I'm going to delay it. And so what happened? 1 month went to 2 weeks. Oops. It's been I only have 2 weeks now, and now I'm not ready. The 2 weeks I kept on procrastinating more and more. And have you guys noticed that in the process of this procrastination, what goes on is anything, it's more interesting than doing that task. Have you guys ever noticed that? That even washing dishes sounds more amazing than me sitting down and writing down what I'm going to talk about. Washing floor is even more interesting. Have you guys noticed that? Yes or no? So these are the pattern, yeah, that comes in, that anything sounds more interesting. Even if I'm not a nature person, but somebody calls me and say, do you want to go hiking? Yes, I want to go hiking. Anything but doing the task. So why am I giving you all of these lectures? It's because if you are procrastinating, It's because the emotions that's underneath it, it's overwhelming. So procrastination is the thought, the subconscious mind, more than 95% is the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind, imagine this with me, guys, for a second. When we catch up to the thoughts, when we listen to the thoughts, and the thoughts comes and say, you should do a TED talk, right? And I listen to it. But I'm only listening to this part in my less than 5% of the consciousness, of the conscious part, which is only 5%, right? Let's do a TED talk. Oh, that sounds interesting. That's the 5%. And I agree to it. Now, what am I from this moment on? What am I dealing with? I'm dealing with over 95% in the subconscious mind that I have absolutely no awareness of. And true or false, that the subconscious mind, 10 seconds to 20 seconds before you and I realize that am I going to write this TED Talk content or not? The subconscious mind has already decided that no, you are not. I'm going to make you so overwhelmed. I'm going to make you so anxious because what is the subconscious mind, guys? What is conscious and subconscious mind? Should I get into it? Let's get into it. Okay, yes. So imagine from the time when you were in your mother's womb. You are about 6 months in your mom's belly. And what's going on when you're in your mother's womb? You are hearing, listening, experiencing whatever your mother is going through. Okay? So if your mother is sad, if your mother is saying, oh my God, why did I get pregnant? Whatever is going on, you are aware of it. Is the consciousness, right? So what's the part of subconscious? The subconscious mind is recording, filming everything. And our subconscious mind makes sure that it doesn't miss anything because the subconscious mind knows the subconscious is the one who is writing our script, my storyline. The subconscious mind, with the help of the ego, are the one who are taking notes, writing down everything, because they are the writer and the director of the movie that you and I are constantly late to catch up. That's what I keep saying, we as human beings, because we don't live our lives consciously, it's like we are constantly late for our own movie. I'm constantly late. Oh, I'm going to break my leg. Oh, I'm going to fall. Oh, I'm going to fail. Oh, I'm going to do this. So what I'm trying to say to you, geniuses, is that realize that everything is being taped and recorded in the subconscious mind. So even when the conscious mind comes to me and say, hey, how about doing a TED talk? And I listen to the mind and I said, that sounds interesting. What's happening from that moment on, I'm at the mercy of the subconscious mind. That where is my subconscious mind is taking this. Arizu said, I live in Norway. I would love to have a live with you. Absolutely, honey. I would absolutely, about awareness. Absolutely. My pleasure. DM me and thank you. Okay. So if the subconscious mind has 95% of the material in his hand, and if the subconscious mind is writing our scripts, and if the subconscious mind decide 10 to 20 seconds before something that's going to happen or take action, then where am I? Who am I? How much control do I have? And I give you guys the answer: zero, no. That's why when I have one-on-one coaching sessions and people start, listen to me, guys, people start telling me about their life, not that your life doesn't matter, but I have to bring it to your attention that it seems as though you had absolutely no control over your life. I have to bring this to your attention that you became an actress. You had no control. You didn't write the script. You didn't direct it. You didn't choose the other actors or actresses. So you only have a small part in this movie. And that's nothing. You have no control over it, right? So awareness or higher consciousness is what exactly, guys? Higher consciousness is for me to wake up, or in another way, how can I get out of matrix, this matrix? How can I get out of it if I don't wake up? Are we going to play Sleeping Beauty all our lives? Are we going to be into that deep sleep, waiting for the prince to come and kiss us and wake us up from this dream? In this case, we are always waiting. I ask people, why don't you do this? I'm waiting. Why don't you change your life? I'm waiting. I'm constantly hearing people are waiting. Nothing is going to happen while you're waiting until you wake up. Yes or no? The choice is yours. Blue pill or red pill? Can you please write in the comments for me, guys? Blue pill or red pill? You want to wake up or you want to continue your life being asleep? What is the choice? The choice is yours. And what I'm saying to you guys right now is I am here to help you. I'm a spiritual counselor. I have been enlightened many, many times. Yes? Okay, cool. Okay, I'm here to help you. Blue one? Okay, I'm here to help you guys. But you need to be committed. That's what you see, guys, I have been coaching for 40 years. I have 40 years experience in this. And I see over years that people are not committed. You get a session, you take a course, you do whatever, but you are not committed. The only thing this equation is missing is you. You don't come, you're not committed, you don't show up. You see what I'm saying? Yes. Wake. Good. That's a good choice, I would say. It's not a good choice for everybody, but it could be a good choice for you. Okay, guys. So let's wrap up. Procrastination. You are not procrastinating. You are not the procrastinator. There is no you to do anything. The mind and ego has given you, this is one of the labels that your mind and ego has stick on your skin. And that is the habit of procrastination. What are you going to do? Number one, I told you to sit back, contemplate on it. What are the stickers and labels that the mind and ego has stick on my skin? Laziness, not counting to anything, not lovable. I'm not lovable. I'm not deserving. I'm not worthy. Unworthiness is the sticker that many of you unknowingly has been accepting. Lack of self-love. What is it that we don't love ourselves? Lack of self-love. So you need to remove all of these labels and stickers. Next step, I told you, after you removed all of these, now you have to be very awake, because the minute, in a matter of seconds, you slip and you're back to sleep, and the ego and mind will start adding another labels. So you have to be non-sticky. The example I gave you was the bottle, the glass bottle with oil on it. That has to be your texture, that nothing sticks to you. In order for you to be at this state that nothing sticks to you, what do you have to do? You have to recognize the source that gives you, make this stickiness in you, which is the ego mind. Where are the labels produced? These stickers, guys. Where? Go to the root. Go to the place that these stickers, the labels are created. Where is it? The mind and ego. The mind and ego are constantly, that's the factory, guys. You want to stop experiencing stickiness. You want to stop beating yourself up. Whatever you're having an issue with, you got to go to the source, the factory that's creating all of these. And where is the factory, guys? The mind and ego. So how do you do that? Going back to the beginning, I ask you guys, for the next month, 1 month of your life, start practicing thought caught silent for 1 month. Imagine yourself that you have a magical golden scissor in your hand, and whatever comes to your surface, just cut it. Again, the practice is first word, guys. The mind gets your attention. Melika, cut. Jackie, cut. Don't let it continue, because if you let it continue, the mind is the biggest trickster. Your mind has been tricking you all of your lives, and it will continue tricking you. Stay away from this trickster, because when it gets your attention and calls your name, if you listen to it and you get tricked, it's going to tell you, I have something really important to tell you. And you're tricked. By listening to the trickster, you're back in sleep. You're back into the matrix. There is no way out once you listen. Did you get it, guys? Okay. So for the next month, your task, your practice, it doesn't matter if the world comes to end. It doesn't matter if the earthquake just destroys everything. The tornado just destroys everything. It doesn't matter if you lose your job, if you lose your loved ones, if you lost everything in your life. Thought caught silence. What I notice oftentimes is when some tragedy happens in your reality, which is created by the ego mind, you get tricked and you drop the practice. Then you come to me for another session and you say to me, I said, are you still doing your practice? No. Why? Oh my God, so and so happened. I lost my parents. My husband asked for a divorce. I lost my child. I lost my job. And you forget. During the tragedy is the most important part that you have to stick with the practice. Thought cut silence. Stop the mind. Because imagine, let's say at this moment you lost your house. The mind wants to tell you, oh my God, you're going to be homeless. You're going to be ending up on the street. Stop it. If you could do that, you could overcome the mind. And by the first word, your mind said, oh my God, cut. What are you doing? Cut. Imagine if you keep on cutting the thoughts, which is creating your reality. Your false reality can change because losing your house, not finding a job, not finding a partner, they are all created in the mind. So if you learn and be committed to stop the thinking machine, your reality can change. The only way that your reality will change is by you overcoming the thinking machine or just ignoring the thinking machine. Did you get it, guys? Hope this live will help you. Please, guys, listen to this live over and over again. Please, whether you watch me on YouTube, on LinkedIn, or Instagram, please save the live, like, share, because by other people listening to these lives, by other people to wake up, that's going to make your environment more pleasant for you and less excuses for your mind and ego that, oh my God, my husband is just, my house is so chaotic that I cannot do this. So please help me out by spreading out the word, by saving the life, by sharing it, by liking it. I love you all. I'm here to help you and guide you, but I need your help. Love and kisses. Bye bye, everybody. See you next week. Goodbye. Goodbye.